What is up, my aesthetic boys? It's Fresh, back with another episode. We haven't done this subreddit in a while, so I thought I'd bring back an episode of Murdered by Words. I hope you guys enjoy. First official H1Z1 tourney. First place. First official PUBG tourney. First place. First official Fortnite tourney. First place. First official Apex tourney. First place. Person to lose 100,000 subs on Twitch. First. Do you kiss your mother with that mouth? You shut up when I'm talking to you, you little... Did you like what you saw? Your penis picture? Yes. Can I talk to it? What do you mean? Exactly what I said. Yes, talk dirty to it.
Hey, little guy.
Nerds make too much money and they don't even ball with it properly. They just buy $8,000 graphics cards for no reason and wear the same 3 t-shirts for their entire lives. Name one better investment than experiencing the glory of PC gaming in the most stunning quality possible. Deodorant. r/vaccine autism evidence. This subreddit is dedicated to archiving all of the evidence for vaccines causing autism. Wow, such empty. If vaccines were healthy, you could put it on a spoon and eat it. Try it, you'll die. If broccoli were healthy, you could put it in a syringe and inject it into your bloodstream. Try it, you'll die. Now, guys, I am by no means an anti-vaxxer, but we must do our research first. Apparently, according to the Science Translational Medicine Journal, they had findings that show a compound found in broccoli improves diabetic outcomes to an extent that rivals the go-to drug treatment, with fewer side effects. Quote, to many patients, it may be more attractive to take a broccoli shot or drink than having to take another pill, said Anders Rosengren at the University of Gothenburg in Sweden. This lawmaker compares the LGBTQ+ community to the Ku Klux Klan and implied he'd drown his children if they were gay. Warning, distressing themes. This dude's family tree is probably a wreath. What is something your partner has done during sex that completely ruined it for you? Scream my dad's name. Oh, don't screw your mom then. I guess these are the wreath people coming back. We was just here for the sex. Must be a treat for the parents when you can get all 4 kids together for a family photo like this. But somehow, almost more importantly than that comment, why is the guy on the right literally 12 years old? My wife bought off-brand Pop-Tarts. Sometimes I think she's acting out on purpose. Don't know why she's trying to drive me away, but I'm not going to budge. I'll love her through this. This is the raw and often ugly side of marriage people don't want to talk about. Some marriages aren't worth saving. Ooh, Pop-Tart's getting a little zesty with it. He has saved more lives than you ever had, so shut the hell up. Maybe it's not that common, but vaccines cause mental disorders and probably about 1 out of 15 people who get them. Do a little research on the subject before following the hive mind that vaccines good, orange man bad. I was going to argue, but then I realized that you were speaking as the 1 in 15. Now please, if you will, drop the partisan political commentary in this post, for I certainly believe that there's no real connection between political leanings and whether or not you believe in vaccinations. But damn. Hey at Pop-Tarts US. Are Pop-Tarts calzones? Hi Kevin, can you maybe consider finding a hobby or possibly even a friend? Well Kevin, in your defense of the calzone theorem, I would add that I once had an in-depth discussion with a friend on what constitutes a sandwich, and it ended with the philosophical idea that perhaps pistachios belonged under such a name. Random question. How many virgins do you think we need to sacrifice for Disney to make another traditionally animated film? Probably just you. McDonald's loses EU trademark battle over the Big Mac. Burger King starts trolling them. Big Mac-ish, but flame-grilled, of course. The full story. There is an Irish restaurant chain called Supermacs that has opened around 100 stores in Ireland since 1978. Recently, McDonald's decided that this small restaurant chain that hasn't even made it out of Ireland needed to be taught a lesson and sued them on the basis that Supermacs infringes on the Big Mac brand name, which is, of course, absolutely ridiculous. McDonald's ended up losing the case because, of course they did, they didn't have a case to begin with. As a result, McDonald's lost the rights to the term Big Mac across the entire European Union. which is why Burger King gets to do this with no legal repercussions. Fat creepy dude kept staring at me at the gym the entire time I was there. That was pretty uncomfortable. I think it's about time someone explains to you the concept of a mirror. We do not and will not block, throttle, or discriminate against lawful content. We will continue to make sure that our policies are clear and transparent for our consumers, and we will not change our commitment to these principles. We never will, but it's very important that we be able to. But we won't. So let us do it, because we won't do it, which is why we're spending so much money to make sure we can. But we won't. But let us. Who will be the next star of #The Bachelor? Our ranking. I have a sneaking suspicion that the next Bachelor will be a dark-haired, square-headed white man with stubble and a more-on-top haircut that inexplicably costs $85. Meet Graydon, Braden, Traden, and O'Kaden. Ah yes, the incredibly diverse cast of The Bachelor, featuring the thrilling Andrew, Ben, Brad, Matt, another Ben, another Andrew, and finally, Brad but a second time. Roast a champion. Okay, go get the dude you lost to and we'll roast him. I gotta side with the roaster here. He said roast a champion and that guy's medal looks awfully silver. A tax may be put on violent video games to help prevent school shootings. Oh look, the government found a way to profit off school massacres. Took them a while. Well, the media's done it for decades, so I guess it makes sense that the government finally found something to tax. My IQ is exceptionally high, but school bored me and I didn't have good grades. How can I prove to the top universities that if they challenge me, I will excel? Well, you knew that good grades were required to get into a top college, but because school bored you, you didn't work hard. That's a very clear message to college about what kind of student you are likely to be. Well, I have subpar recommendations, a bad college essay, below average SAT scores, and a 2.0 GPA. How do I convince Yale and the rest of the Ivies that they'd be lucky to have me? This kid installs skins better than 95% of you idiots. Go give him a thumb. You didn't say which direction I should pick, so he gets a thumbs down. Either way, we're glad it's out of your ass. And speaking of skins, dbrand is actually the sponsor of today's video. I wish. Men are really bad at reading signs and hints. You a grown-ass woman with a mouth, though. Just because I said I wanted chocolates doesn't mean I didn't want a necklace, dumbass. Why didn't they tell the real rich history of Africa instead of some fictitious place called Wakanda? Why are you this dense and from my city, bro? I guess Thor should have been a Viking documentary? Guardians of the Galaxy should have accurately depicted the Milky Way. Captain America: Civil War should have taken place in 1863. Why ain't they have a real arachnid play Spider-Man? Yeah, how come the latest Avengers movie has a very finite runtime? Women leaving immediately after sex is weird to me now. Where the hell you going? Home, so I can orgasm. Ah, sex jokes. Completely obliterate what's left of my self-esteem. With her crazy hair, she reminds me of Medusa, except no one gets hard after looking at her. Yeah, I mean, more like a grape left out in the sun. It starts to shrivel up. In the military, we referred to this as addition through subtraction. Getting rid of the biggest pain in the ass made life better for everyone. Sorry to hear about your loss of employment. So that's the going rate for sperm. And here I am just flushing it down the toilet. That's the going rate for high quality sperm from fit, attractive, and educated people. Yours is probably going where it belongs. If his name starts with J, he's probably Satan. I literally died for your sins. The first Mars colony will be communist. Not because NASA is secretly Marxist, but because communism is the only structure that makes any sense when your goal is keeping people fed, healthy, and happy. Mars is already communist because there's no food and it's a barren wasteland. I don't know what's so sad about the Mars rover dying. I'm gonna die cold and alone too. Difference is the Mars rover actually contributed to society. My battery is low and it's getting dark. Please, pay your respects. I could beat any non-American's ass in this group. Foreigners are physically weak and would get beat the hell out by any Americans. Since when do Americans fight without guns? Quality humor, bro. You probably breathe exclusively through your mouth. You'd get your ass wrecked, son. Well, clearly not verbally wrecked. I would physically dominate you. Being so heavy I can't push you over doesn't count as physical domination, champ. Man, imagine unironically typing, I would physically dominate you, literally anywhere on the internet. Thank you to everyone who watched this video. Be sure to subscribe for more daily Reddit content. Drop a like if you liked the video, and I will see you all tomorrow.